and why you do that like that? It's a lot of money. Why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't get too bad, my bad. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards.
Well, Coach, no precipitation to speak of, but still a very chilly December day in Philly. Winter coats and hot chocolate abound here at Lincoln Financial Field. The scene in South Philly a few moments ago. Boy, the city of brotherly love is fired up. They're saying fly, Eagles, fly, as they get ready to match up with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. On 1st and 10, Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A bad start there, a big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's 2nd down.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Lets it fly deep for Cobb. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long.
Check 26, check 26. Go, get out there, get 26.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Lets it fly deep for Cobb. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Shift. Check. 22 jet bombers. 22 jet bombers. Lefty. Twist. You go tight. You got tight. You shift. He's cracked. He's checking crack.
This is the former Nittany Lion, the rookie Miles Sanders. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Call it a loss of 6 on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long.
Check. Crunch. Hey, wahoo! Watch out. Hey, Lou. 81. Let's find 7. SOS.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's third down now. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
It's going to be a long day. Straight 15. Straight 15. Kill. Hey, ram. Check. Lucky. Hey, empty. He's coming. We got double up.
Snap coming at 1. Now Wentz. Oh, he'll just get rid of this one deep. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Now Austin. That one in the books as a 64-yard punt. And the Cowboys will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 11. Here's the man who's led the league in rushing twice in 3 seasons, Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Tackle made that time by Brandon Graham.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Prescott down. This to Jarwin. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's third down. Dak Prescott last year against Philly, boy, biggest game of his career passing yardage-wise, 455 yards, 3 touchdowns in a 29-23 December victory over the Eagles. Prescott on 3rd and 2. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And now the rookie's free. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders with touchdown number 12 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. He's got it, and the Eagles lead at 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like.
And that's going to be intercepted. Malcolm Jenkins, the Pro Bowler. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
46 down, man. 5-4. Bang, 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 bang. Hey, exit. Hot go. Run.
Wentz on the give to Sanders. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Man, 5-7. Ram. Small.
Running right, here's Sanders. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Two runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10.
Hey, watch the leg. Come on. Check 15. Hey, check 24. Hey, kill. Hey, 4-2, kill. Great. Hey, zoom. Kill. Switch. Other side, solid. Come. Kill. Check.
Shotgun now for Wentz. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. So it's not an NFL record, but it's not far off. That'll go in the books as a 61-yard field goal.
And wasn't it weird to see a guy line up for a field goal on the other side of midfield? The ball got halfway there, and you thought, no way is that going to make it. But it just kept carrying, and he winds up sneaking it right over the bar.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. Cooper's got it. It's a gain of 16 and the Dallas 1st down. Looking back to Cooper's numbers from last year after that trade, he ended up playing 9 games with the Cowboys in 2018. 725 yards, 6 scores. Also had the 100-yard game in the playoffs against the Rams. And if you add up the numbers between the two teams last year, he was over 1,000 for the 3rd time in 4 NFL seasons. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Fletcher Cox in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 now on the season. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Prescott from the gun. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
On second down now. It's Sanders. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 17 yards and a first down for Philly.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Switch! Tyson. 5'9". Check. Watch the edge! Protein spill!
A carry here for the big tight end. The tackle there by Antoine Woods.
Hey, box truck!
At the 42-yard line.
This is Howard on second down. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Go. Get ready. Check. Kill. Hey, stand. Bravo. Shoot. Under 10. 10. Hey, watch it.
To throw, it's Wentz. Aguilar has it. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 34-yard line.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 34.
Tighten up. Hey, Charlie. Back. This time 7. Alert 3. Down the man inside. Check it back.
Now a carry for Sanders. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Don't want to.
We know, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
47. 56 to Mike. Hey, kill. 27. 26.
Throwing on second down. Prescott. He'll let it fly for Austin. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. That's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Man 5-7. Under crunch. Great 57.
Here's Sanders. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4. The Eagles on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
57. Hey, Haywood. 55. Sunday. No. Check 9. Chef. Whip. Watch the whip. Here.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. On third down, they turn to Sanders. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. They get the first. The decision to run on third and medium winds up being a good one.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Here we go. Sunday.
Mike spot four, Mike spot four, Mike spot four.
Watch QB drop. Ram. Lefty.
Check three. Kill.
On first down, they run with Howard. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 34-yard line.
Here we go. Pac-Man. 280.
Check.
81.
Come on, baby. Let's see what you...
Hey. I-7.
Showing it. Check 13. Check.
Flank.
Watch the shit. Hey. Watch the
Grip.
shit. Check. Fresno.
2nd and 5 now. Wentz. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. And they will elect to decline the penalty.
Everything turned out the way they wanted it to. No sense in even having to take that one, hence the decline.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Grade 15. Hey, orbit.
54 Mike. No chance. Hey, watch it.
Hey, Lou.
Mike.
This 5-7.
No gain on this defense. No gain.
Hey, Ram.
52. He's checking.
Now Wentz. And got his man complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Sunday.
Check 4.
Hey, Delta.
Crunch. Watch out.
Hey, empty.
SOS.
Throwing now is Wentz. Caught by the tight end Ertz. Cowboys and Eagles, of course, such a great rivalry. Last year, the Cowboys got the better of the Eagles both times that they met, with Philly coming off their Super Bowl title. But in weeks 10 and 14, it was Dallas beating Philly by a single possession. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
54 Mike. Check. Watch 54.
Go. Run.
You can't block me. Kill. Hey, alert 3. Check. Lucky. Check 24. He's coming.
Other side, solid.
Watch it.
Now Sanders trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
It's now 3rd and 8.
Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Eighth play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. They'll run. It's Sanders. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. And we're going to get a timeout. with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away. I don't think this will even, nope, it doesn't even get there. Well short. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Jalen Smith, who took a huge step forward last year, in on the tackle for Dallas.
At the 27-yard line.
Here we go. Great. Spot. Bring it to you. Spot. No. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping.
Play fake to Sanders. Now here's Wentz. It's caught by Aguilar. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Good yardage after the catch as that play good for 30 and a first.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game.
Tight dog. Solid. Rush in. Go. Watch the safety creep.
They'll run on first down. Howard. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Hey, check 24. Check 24. Two jet. Hey, echo. Hey, stand. Kill. Switch. Quick the edge. Come. Kill.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. He'll hit Jackson, complete. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down.
It's a gain of 14 yards. That's another Eagles first down. First and 10 at the 30.
Ladies and gentlemen,